Something you may not have thought a lot about in English is what we call a reflexive. You use it all the time, but you may not have actually thought that it was its own category called reflexive. But in English, or Spanish too, in English when the subject and object's the same person, you use a reflexive. So you say, I look at myself in the mirror. Why don't you say, I look at me in the mirror? Because once the doer and the receiver's the same person, you go to the reflexive box. Myself, yourself, himself, herself, ourselves, themselves. See? So if you say, I made myself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you say, I made myself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich because you made it and you're going to eat it. So the person who does it and the person who receives it is the same person. And that's when you use the reflexive box. So in Spanish, it's me, te, se, nos, and se. And that's why you have the question, ¿Cómo te llamas tú? ¿Cómo te llamas means, how do you call yourself? ¿Cómo se llama usted means, how do you call yourself? And the difference between those two is one is the familiar tú and one is the formal usted. Let's do it again. ¿Cómo te llamas tú? ¿Cómo se llama usted? Now it's a little odd for us that they put the yourself and myself, they put it in front of the verb. In English we say, how do you call yourself, or I'm going to make myself. We put it after the verb. But in Spanish it comes first. So, ¿Cómo te llamas tú? It's sort of like saying, how do yourself you call, it's sort of backwards from English, right? ¿Cómo te llamas tú? ¿Cómo se llama usted? So I conjugate the verb llamas for tú, and then I use te. I conjugate the verb llama for usted, and in that case I use se. One more time. ¿Cómo te llamas tú? ¿Cómo se llama usted? And the answer is me llamo. Me llamo Pamela. Me llamo Pamela. So myself I call Pamela. So the little me in front is the myself. One more time. ¿Cómo te llamas tú? ¿Cómo se llama usted? Me llamo Pamela.